American football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Tonight, the second of our two divisional games on this Saturday. It's the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. So glad you have joined us. It's a divisional round matchup here in the playoffs. Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner, both these teams feeling the momentum, feeling good. They won last week on Wild Card Weekend. They're starting to look forward in Dream Super Bowl. We think we have quite a battle in store. The winner onto the NFC title game. And off we go here in the divisional round. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to leave with a win.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Still second down.
Williams to throw on second down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Bears sending out their punt team. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
You have to figure, Mike, this is a confident quarterback coming into this one. He played such a large role, not only helping them win the division, but then he followed it up last week with a big wild card victory. Now, 1 week away from a championship game in front of their home crowd, everything is falling into place. But if they want to play next week, they're going to need another big game from their leader.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A high throw over the middle that's taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
A tight end in motion now. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. He'll take this down to the 47. Kyler Gordon there to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run the toss with Walker. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. TJ Edwards there on the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They will run it over center with Swift. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. That's on Joe Tooney. To throw, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Williams. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
That's complete. It's Odunze. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Williams to the air once more. That's to Odunze again. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing again, Williams. That's a short throw, caught by Komet. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Tight end going in motion here. To throw it again, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Here's Williams. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
1 quarter down in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Second and 11. They'll go again with Swift. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss. Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears are out to a 10-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He'll start at the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. To throw is Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the give, here's Swift. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. On the ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roschon Johnson. Off play action. Here's Williams. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Cup in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. They'll send their tight end left. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Darnold again. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Darnold to throw again. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers.
To the goal line and in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To the sideline. He's got more.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
The throw on the run is complete. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. It is 3rd and 10. On the ground, it's Swift. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of it.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Mike and Greg. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week, and we are back at it with the 3rd quarter. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, it is Walker. And he'll get about 5. Darnold. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Open man, right side. He's got it. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Now Walker. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down. 2nd and 7. A give to Charbonnet. He'll push forward for about a yard. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. 3rd and 6. Throwing, Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The Bears offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bears first down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. Darnold to throw. Taking off, and he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. Hupp brings it in left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Darnold. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. On second down, it's Williams. He'll tuck it and take off. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Throwing is Williams. That's complete to the rookie's 2nd-round pick. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Williams. A throw on the move is caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. To throw, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And he will get into the end zone. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it, and the Bears will get out in front 17-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run the draw with Walker. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Walker. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Here's Williams now to throw. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On second down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They will run it over center with Swift. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
A play fake. Now, oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Now Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On third down, here's Swift.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll go play action with Darnold. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. They'll go again with Swift. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He'll complete it to Barner. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Now we'll get a 2-point try here. Darnold has the offense lined up. They'll run with Walker. And he's going to get the 2-point conversion there. So bring it down to a 14-point deficit.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They put Smythe in motion. Here's Swift. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll run. It's Swift. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up. So now this team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They are able to do something that not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, they've got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.